Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to our Star Wars RimWorld Lovecraft crossover. As we begin this episode, you're probably thinking to yourself, Gaslight, this doesn't look anything like what we were doing last time. What the heck happened? Well, as you recall, there were some glitches that were kind of starting to show up in our previous episode that were getting a little weird, and I think I've solved them, but at the same time, that save was getting kind of janky, is how I'll describe it. And so I thought to myself, well, I don't think I don't think we need a hard reboot, basically. But instead we do sort of like a soft reboot, whereupon we would instead, well, basically do what we're doing now and just go to a new area, basically bring all the people in. We also recruited Grace, the prisoner we got last time. We don't have them anymore, but that's okay. So we have Darian Malafallo here. And let's see here, the next name on the list, a whole bunch of names specifically saying to be male. So the next one we've got is Tybalt, and we still have a whole bunch of names that are to be used. If we don't get through them all, for whatever reason, before this series has its hard end, I figure I will just all the names we don't use will immediately carry over into the next playthrough or something like that. Something to balance things out. Anyway, overall, I think we've got a pretty nice thing going here. I mean, as you can see, I kind of rushed things a little bit. Rushed things. What am I really trying to say here? Basically, what I have done is made sure that everything is more or less taken care of. I built up this base before we really started anything. I'm going to turn on these lights as well, because light, it doesn't get rid of the chance of bugs, but it does lower it. I mean, granted, with this design, the bugs are, oh, a Boomalope self-tamed. Huzzah. We also tamed a whole bunch of alpacas, because there's a lot of alpacas on this map. Anyway, let's, what the heck, we can hunt some elephants. I mean, that's probably mildly dangerous, but I'm sure we can pull that off. We got some brewing again. Anyway, basically, my intention was to get us as close to where we were before. Also, I replaced Romance Diversified with the Psychology mod, which, yeah, everyone basically started off with a basic. I sort of semi-randomized things. My understanding of the Kinsey scale is 0, I think, is hard, only heterosexual, and 6 is only homosexual, and then everything in the middle is various degrees of experimentality there where you might try both, or something like that. And yeah, everyone is mostly a 0 with a couple of other numbers in there mixed in just to keep things interesting, because, life likes to get interesting, doesn't it? Or something. Anyway, let's see here. Let's get a whole bunch of fermenting barrels going here. Just, because why the heck not? This will be our fermenting corner right here. Or brew masterization. It also occurs to me we'll probably want to chop down some trees, because I don't think we have a lot of wood right now. Anyway, yeah, so we'll take care of that. As you can see, we've already got a lot of stuff in storage here, because we're actually getting a lot of work done, and it's really awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see here. Fermenting barrel. We also might as well just put the brewery right here. Because, why not? Why not? Also, of course, we have Credmo here, who is also a Force user. They have just barely begun dipping their toes into the pool of knowledge. And I suppose I should consider this. The old Jedi mind trick. Force Ghost. And we're a nice way into things. I think I'll max this out. Lightsaber offense. I remember being told way back when we started the series that lightsaber offense is not exactly the most important thing, but I figure, why not? Also, as it turns out, it gets the rice. that name is actually too long to manually enter. If a character spawns with that name, then it's good, but you can't have that name just on their own. Oh, I should also probably... Yeah, allow monstrous corpses. That way we can chop these things up. At the very least, it allows for practice, right? Practice is good. Stuff. Got all kinds of meat. We're gonna get all kinds of more meat. We've all got all kinds of... Ooh, a caravan request. Agave fruit. Now, where do you expect me to get agave fruit? I can't grow it. I can't grow agave, right? Pretty sure that's something that only shows up in desert biomes. So... yeah, that's probably not worth our trouble. Anyway, this is also the same map seed as before, though, since we have a couple of different mods than we did before. I don't think the map looks quite the same. Also, we're right here. Just a quick look before I forget, though. The world, we're Dunwall, and what is the world seed again? There it is Cthulhu Awakens. And whatever, you know, eventually we're gonna do like a new series entirely, probably in Star Wars, and then we'll get a cool new intro, and I'm gonna look up like some kind of bluegrass version. In fact, I was linked to one bluegrass version of the Star Wars main theme, so I'll have to see if we can get permission to use that or something. All kinds of stuff to figure out, really. All kinds of cool stuff to figure out. That would be pretty nice, actually, to be able to get some Star Wars-y music going here. Like, you know, next time we do an opening crawl and all. Let's see, Omega has nothing to do. Why is that? Omega. Let's see, Omega. Well, you don't really actually have that many jobs. I suppose I can understand where your situation's coming from here. Yeah. Not really much to do. I guess I should queue up some mining orders for things. I mean, also, what has us safe here is because this is like deep water, so enemies can't travel over it. But I like these streams. There's also a mod that lets you build bridges, which I'm probably going to want to do in order to set that up. Actually, it'd be nice if there was a... I mean, eventually I assume there will be. Like, if we could manually dig out rivers, and by that I mean, like, make them deeper, so that you could create moats intentionally. Anyway, but yeah, here's what we have. I mean, as you can see, this is basically our killing floor right here. Which, it's done well so far, but eventually we're probably going to want to extend, like, some kind of kill zone in here, where we, you know, kill people. The bad guys, usually. Mostly just bad guys. I mean, we don't need to be killing good guys. That would be less than nice, I should think. And let's see here. Yeah, and we'll order out some killimajigging here. Redmo's leveled up again. That's good. I also need to figure out how I build a lightsaber. I'm pretty sure I should be able to. I mean, I assume I have to research like a machining table and stuff. But we're right now mostly just trying to recover where we were. Yeah, I'm not scared of cobras. I'm mildly scared of panthers, though. Those could come back to bite me eventually. Probably. Anyway. Let's see here. Let's get probably a few more gas lights in here just to make sure that it's reasonably bright. I'm probably going to need to extend this out even further soon. And, you know, so I will. Might as well get it taken care of now. You know what, I might as well even, like, kind of extend it out like this or something. And have it sort of circle around there. Because I don't think we're... Oh! What do we got here? It's an awful sculpture. Alright. Divinity of Bloodshed. This sculpture shows Griggs Jumper Sar on his knees, vomiting on the floor as others look on. He seems to be trying to laugh despite the circumstances. There's an antelope near the edge of the image, and the image seems to express solidarity. The image tells the story of Jumper's vomiting on the 1st of April, May 5500. Good job, Mara. Alright, let's destroy that and start again. We have one statue that I was proud of to put up so far. This granite sculpture right here, Gray Rock, illustrates the solo unknown wombat landing in a drop pod in a precision landing. There's a tree in the background. There's a town in the upper part of the image. The style is post-impressionistic with romantic elements. Illustration refers to unknowns landing in a drop pod on the 1st of April, May. Also, instead of having bathrooms in everyone's room individually, I have just made it so that there's this sort of like common public bathroom area. And I kind of like that. Also, like I believe I said at some point while we were working on our last colony, yeah, making free wide corridors now gives us a bit more space, and it also is make more sense to have here, so it's all good. Wow, we're actually really burning power, so I probably need more stuff to actually, you know, use up our power. So let's toggle these things on. Why is no one toggling these on? And also, you'll see I've made these sort of little defensive-y corner thingies here. And the idea here is basically all of these we can seal them off if and or when we get an insect infestation, just to make things easier and a little safer. Plus, I think walls and doors have an effect on, like, pushing where infestations end up happening. So there is that as well to keep in mind. Alright, now we can produce drugs, apparently. That's always good. Anyway, though, we do want... I should also eventually maybe get something smart with, like, power switches or something so that we can get good stuff going there. And I'm also, as you can probably see here, I'm trying to make redundant grid lines. Just in case things explode. Just to, you know, keep us a little safer, a little happier, a little healthier. Probably. Anyway, as far as I can tell, no one really cares about, yeah, no one seems to mind if, yeah, these things end up, or, you know, people using the bathroom together. Which I guess is good. Why is it dirty? We have the same thing going on in here. I assume what's going on is there is dirt under these tables that I can't actually do anything about, for whatever reason, which is, you know, it's mildly annoying, but what the heck. Man, we've got a lot of power. It also occurs to me, for several versions of the game, I have not bothered building turrets. Are these things rotting now? Yeah, they're rotting. Let's allow monstrous corpses to go in here as well. That would be a good idea. Just all corpses that are not our corpses. Yeah, no colonist corpses. And with animal corpses... Ooh, mysterious corpses. Yeah. At some point I should also dig out, like, a crypt or something. Or just make this into the crypt. I mean... This is about right. Yeah, we could do something like that, and I don't think, I mean, not that I expect anyone's gonna die. Also, in this soft reset, our animal... Forget what the name of our lab was in the last series, but... Yeah, it's named Puddles now. It's also very well trained, apparently. Let's actually look in on Puddles specifically. Yeah, so, like, maximum trained. I'm not gonna train release, because I don't want Puddles to die. I mean, maybe some... Oh, this kind of scares me, actually. We are producing way too much power. I need to create more things that'll burn off said power. I also need to, again, learn how to make lightsabers. That way we can make one for Credmo, because then Credmo can be a contributing member of society. Because right now Credmo is not a contributing member of society when it comes to... Well, when it comes to fighting, anyway. I mean, in non-fighting related things, Credmo is actually doing a pretty good job, and yeah, we're gonna want to get a bridge mod so we can have some kind of bridgey stuff going on here. And an alpaca is given birth, so we've got a nice caravan thing here, and I suppose we should test to see if, because I think most of the glitches that ended up happening had something to do with travel, like something was not playing around. While I was setting up this new run, I was testing fairly extensively. I kept dev mode on so I could see when things kind of borked up, and they did not seem to bork up too much, anyway. I thought the hygiene mod that we're using was actually the cause, but that does not seem to have actually been the case, which is good. That's nice to know. And we'll put a steel door here, just to kind of tie things off, and this will be all storage zone, though I should probably be storing the hops. But then again, it survives for a whole quadrum, so I guess we don't need to worry too much. Make wart forever. And allow cooking skill, let's say 12 or lower. That way our best cooks will mostly focus on cooking. So, I guess we sort of are. But yeah, and that way, hopefully our less culinarily inclined colonists will get a chance to... Oh my, look at all these sculptures we're building here. Okay, we got a shoddy sculpture. This is a normal sculpture. We'll keep this one. This is normal. This is normal. This shoddy... Margoa, forget about that. I mean, we might as well read it, but we're going to destroy it. Freedom number 9. Not quite the same as Mambo number 5, of course, but, you know, it's number 9. So it's 4 more than 5. This work represents Inessa Credmo Klein researching brewing with great intensity. Credmo is completely surrounded by an array of tools and apparatuses. There is a district in the upper part of the image, while the style is symbolic with abstract elements. This image refers to Credmo finishing the research of brewing, and other cool stuff like that. We're making a lot of wooden sculptures. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, I'm just noting it. Anyway, let's see, this normal stone sculpture, Cruelty number 4. This work portrays Ishta Adea Dimitri striking earth in a drop pod in a plume of dust and rocks. She is unconscious, her tongue lolling out, drool dripping. The smiling head of a writer watches over all. That's me, probably. You know, since I like to think of myself as a writer. Just an amateur one, though. Because I've never actually got anything published yet. Anyway, this smiling head, yeah, writer watches over all, and the work has a cubist feeling and a square structure. Alright, so we'll put this in Adea's room. Just makes sense. Give everyone a statue, something related to themselves. There we go. Just stick it in the corner. There we go. And, wow, we are really churning out the sculpture work, huh? The Red Cave. This piece bears an illustration of uncountable gunsmiths and professors eating gourds together. Okay. The image seems to express sadness. The scene takes place inside a town built near a cliff. Codex 7. On this piece is a representation of a devastated forest. A personified depiction of unrest is shown behind the focal point. The image somehow expresses both deficiency and detachment. Death number 39. This piece represents Sinatel Margoa researching powered plumbing while holding papers in her hand. Margoa is completely surrounded by an array of tools and apparatuses. Subjects are in front of a ridge, while the image is totally devoid of both compassion and struggle. This illustration refers to Margoa finishing research on powered plumbing on the 9th of Jugust, 5500. Death 39, and it involves researching plumbing. I think I'm going to install that here in the rec room. I think wood sculpture, stone will go in bedrooms. Red God. Oh, that's shoddy. Sculpture depicts Inessa Klein landing in a drop pod with incredible force. She seems to have no idea what she is doing. The lower part of the image is dominated by a forest, and the graffiti-like style of the central scene clashes with the heartfelt depiction of the background. This image relates to Klein's landing in a drop pod on the 1st of April, May 5500. Who's Klein? Someone. And we've got an eclipse. Cool, cool. So that will drain some of... Oh my god, I've got way too much power and not enough stuff actually sucking it back out. Which is a bit of a problem, actually. But, you know, we'll persevere. As we often do. Let's see, we'll stick one of these in here. Turn this one on. Yeah, I mean, we are producing quite a lot of power as it happens, so overall, all's good. Anyway, yes, the sculptures. Ah, here's another... Oh no, this one's wooden. Right, Codex. And yeah, we'll install these in the various rooms. This is a red cave, ominous. Countable gunsmiths, right, the eating of the gourds. Excuse me, sorry. Ugh. Anyway, aside from dying slightly there for a second, all is well. And our colony is actually coming together very nicely, if I do say so myself. Get some more hunting going on in there. And let's see here, more hunting. Might as well hunt everything on the map. Alright, which actually makes me think here, hunters. Yeah, Credmo doesn't have a weapon, because we have not given her a weapon yet. Let's see here, you have a couple of skill points. I'm gonna work on primarily getting accuracy and reflection up, as well, and then defense, I guess. Or maybe defense should be first. That'll all work out at the end of the day, probably. Just like at the end of the day, we'll probably, hopefully not get murdered in a horrible fashion due to raids. Also, everyone is wearing the exact same kind of hat, which I find kind of amusing, actually. I'm also really happy with how everything's kind of coming together here. And we're just churning out the good works here. Alright, let's see here. Electric smelting. What does the electric smelter do again? Extracts usable metal from slag chunks and other mixed metal. Consumes a lot of power. Well, that's good, because as it happens, we kind of need more power usage going on here. There we go. And we'll build a copy of this. Put another cloth, little researchy thingy. What else can we put in here? I mean, we could get a drug lab going, but we're not really doing anything with drugs as of yet. Eventually, though. Alright, we're also finally getting stuff going with the hops, which is good. More artwork, a good sculpture. Poverty of Jax. The sculpture represents Garrick Jax coaching a Labrador Retriever in Hall as the other colonists do actual work. Labrador Retriever is half gray and half purple. Almost every shape in the image seems to be very static. Personified depiction of misery poses between the main subject. This image relates to the training of the Labrador Retriever on the 11th of April, May 5500. Alright, where's Jax's room? I've already changed my mind about the rule of how I was going to do this. If it depicts a colonist, I'm just going to chuck it in their room. Let's see. This work bears a depiction of Mazer Sasuke Tombe recruiting Darien Malafalo with a hearty handshake. Mal looks relieved. There's a lion beneath the main subject, while the image seems to express injury. The trail relates to the recruitment of Mal on the 6th of Juggist. You know, I feel like that's something that should actually go in here, in the prison cells. So I'm going to stick it in there, because, you know, that way prisoners are like, oh, look, that person got recruited. They were treated rightly. Rightly? Rightly is not a word. But, you know, general purpose words. Alright, someone's gone insane a little bit. Alright, what do we got going on here? Let's see. Margot has experienced a fevered daydream. Raucous little bells pealed out to greet the insane titter of a naked phosphorescent thing, which swam into sight, scrambled ashore, and climbed up to squat leeringly on a carved onyx pedestal. Smaller creatures cowered for fear of being chosen as its meal. You know, I almost want to try writing a story about that now. That's actually a really cool thing about RimWorld. It is, a really interesting tool for prompting creative ideas, you know, in the sense that you could be telling stories, you could be... Wait a minute. Oh, this is actually a shoddy statue. Never mind. Maybe I should just... what the heck. We'll chuck it in there. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, like, if you've ever been to the RimWorld subreddit, I mean, there's all kinds of people there who make, like, little RimWorld comics and artwork. Sometimes artwork based on these, like, statue descriptions. It's hilarious. It's awesome. It's great. It's wonderful. And also people write short stories and all that stuff. I mean, that's what I really like about little open-ended games like this, because they make you build your own story. They make you use your head to create your own fun. To a certain extent, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I mean, they're fun on their own, but they also, like, you get attached to these people. These crazy little colonists. It's beautiful, man. Anyway, so there is that. And it's also probably time to wrap this episode up, so let's have a read of this just to clear things up. Sweat with devastation. This carving bears an image of the minor celebrity Patricia. Who the heck is Patricia? Riding on a caterpillar wearing a spacesuit. Dozens of Fletchers float in the distance. The image somehow expresses both solidarity, thank you, and unrest. Alright then. I mean, you know, whatever floats your boat, I guess. So, there's that. You know what? Maybe I should, yeah, let's say... Yeah. We'll kind of suspend some of this here, because we want to save these blocks for other things. Anyway, that's where we're going to wrap this episode up, so until the next time, as always, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button or maybe leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.